What's up, you guys, man? This is the Portal Prospect. I'm back with another episode of the Mental Awakening podcast. I appreciate all the love and support, man. We have gotten to 200 subscribers. We're at 201 right now. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, we on our way to 500K, and we on our way to 1,000, man. Let's just keep on running it up. Thank you for joining. Appreciate y'all for real talk. But let's get into our topic, man. You know, as people, what we do a lot of times, we make concessions, and we make it okay for things that we want to do, even though they're wrong. We'll make any concession for it. Like, I know it's wrong to cheat, but I feel like somebody's cheating on me, or she cheated in the past, I'm gonna cheat too. It's still cheating, yo. That's still not right. Two wrongs don't make a right. Feel what I'm saying? Or we'll make concessions for people that we like. Like, we'll make concessions for an artist if they're doing certain things, or an entertainer if they're doing certain things, or we'll make a concession for, just the littlest things. Like, let's say if you know a celebrity is a bad person and they do bad things, we'll make a concession for them doing that bad thing. Well, listen, such and such was doing it. Then they both wrong. That don't make him okay for doing that because somebody else was doing it. You still wrong. That's still wrong, regardless of who's doing it, what's doing it. So I'm learning this though. Like, y'all, as I'm speaking now, I'm learning it because I had a conversation earlier with one of my mentors. And we were talking about not making concessions when it comes to everything in life. You cannot make a concession because you'll be a walking contradiction if you're holding someone else to this standard, and then other people like, nah, because I enjoy this, I gotta make a concession for them. You feel what I'm saying? Because I enjoy it, I'll make a concession. Instead of, no. If this is the standard, this is the standard. In all instances. I'm learning that though. That's something that I'm going through currently right now, that I'm learning that I can't make no more concessions because of my admiration for somebody, or my liking to somebody, or anything. I can't make a concession regardless, because if I align myself with that, I'm aligning myself with the bad behavior, even if I'm saying it's strictly for this purpose. I'm doing this, or this purpose I keep them around. You're still in a way, you are enabling their bad behavior. You are. Because you're not standing on business and calling it out and getting away from it at the same time. Don't call it out and stay. Call out and get away from that behavior. Make them make a change to regain you being back in their, and they need to do it for themselves, not to regain your presence. That's why I think it's very important to evaluate your circle. Look around your circle. See what's in that circle. And then once you get that, once you get that down, pack your circle, who are they attached to? Who's in their ear? It's important because that energy is being transferred to them, which can get transferred to you. And that's what you don't want. That's why, to me, your circle has to be so small, because only a certain amount of people are going to let you into their regular daily lives. It's only going to be certain ones. All my boys, all my dogs, all my peoples that I rock with know me. They know what I do. They know what I don't do. They know how I am, how I'm not. And so we keep that open line of communication open so that there's no secrets. But if I were to find out that any of them were doing something wrong, I cannot justify their behavior because they're my dogs and they're my boys and they've been there for me. You cannot justify that behavior. You have to get away from that, or you are partaking in that said behavior. And that's my thing. You can't just separate the behavior in the person. I'm learning that I can't do that no longer. Because in turn, I'm supporting the bad behavior. And I have to learn that. Because I have done a good job at, not a good job, but I have done in the past, what I was doing was making concessions because I still wanted to validate why I am listening to said artist or supporting said player. Because I wanted to support them, I made concessions for them. Like, that ain't my business. That has nothing to do with me. But in turn, if you're supporting the bad behavior, in turn, if you're supporting them, you have to support all of them, the good and the bad. So in turn, you're supporting the bad behavior, regardless. Not saying you gotta throw somebody away, but make people have to change before entering into your presence. There have to be a energy shift, a frequency shift, a level of elevation that has to take place before they enter back into your fear. Because to me, that's the most important thing, to protect that. You have to protect who goes in and out of your sphere. You have to make sure that they're good people, man. And that's what I'm so proud of my people, man. My dogs, my folks that know me, that are down with me, for real down with me. Is they're good people. You know what I'm saying? They're good people. They look out for their families. They do what they can for their loved ones. And that's the type of person I am. So that matches right there. Are we different in some ways? Yes. Yes. But that's the good part. That is the balance of everything. That balances everything out. When y'all are the same type of people, but y'all got different personalities, that helps balance out the group. Because that is another perspective. Like when my one dog talks, my one boy, he talks. It's a different perspective when me and him talking than we and my dog right here talk. See, it's just a different conversation. But you need all perspectives. And then when they talk, it's a different conversation. So because you need all of those perspectives to make a conscientious decision of what's next or what you're going to do, or just getting another perspective is always good. I always said that. Don't just rely on one perspective because you're seeing it from one side and you only look at it one way when there's multiple ways to look at certain things. Not certain things, everything. There's multiple ways to look at everything, no matter what it is. There's multiple ways of looking at it. But wrong is wrong. You can't toe the line of wrong. Especially when you know they're doing wrong. When you know the person is doing wrong, now you're a participant in the wrongdoing that they're doing. And so I'm learning no more concessions. If I know that this person is wrong, I can't make a concession because I enjoy what they do or I partake in what they do. As far as, like, I can't make a concession for a bad person when I already said bad people have to be eradicated. They have to be gone. I can't then have a bad apple in the bunch and say, you know what, I'll cut out the bad part of them and just keep the rest. That's not how it goes. You have to get rid of the whole apple. You have to get rid of the whole apple. And yes, it's rough. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it can be lonely. But that will keep your sphere that surrounds you, your force field, it'll keep it clear and clean. You have to control that area. It's a very important area to have in life. That got to be clean. You cannot allow somebody to infiltrate with their dirtiness and their dirty heart. You cannot allow that. And so that's why it's so important to, like I said, check your circle. You must do it. You must check your circle. Listen, y'all. Always remember this. I'm going to leave you with this note right here. Stop adjusting your beliefs based off of likeness. Don't adjust who you are as a person for somebody else's likeness. Don't sit up there and say, you know what? Well, he did it. I didn't do it. I don't agree with him doing it, but he did it, and so the justification for it is this. You can't do that. If you wouldn't do it yourself, then don't agree with it. If you wouldn't do it yourself, you cannot agree with it. I don't care. There's no more conforming, no more concessions being made, no more tap dancing around the issue or pandering to the problem. No more. All right, you guys, listen. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for being here today. Go ahead and keep on running up the subs. Keep on running up the likes. And I appreciate y'all. And until next time.